Namaste. In this video, I would like to teach you how to create a psychic protection and why that is important. Meditation is an energy cultivating process. So once you start meditating and working with your energy, you will increase your frequency, you will increase your vibration. And due to that, you could become target of people who are, you might have heard the term like energy vampires. There are three different kinds of psychic attacks that we could suffer from. The most common is coming from people who are basically just ill wishers. They might do this consciously or subconsciously. People who are angry with you or jealous or envy. This is really common. It can come from basically anyone from the workplace, family even, circle of friends, acquaintances. Another type of psychic attack can come from negative spirits. So spirits that we share space with, however we are unable to see them. They usually come close to people who have low energy level. The aura or energy field usually works as a protection around us. However, heavy smokers or drinkers or drug addicts or people who are psychologically weak or people who just recovered or recovering from a long illness, their energy field can be significantly compromised. So whenever our energy field is weak, these entities can come and feed on our energy. So basically we create a lot of energy and then they just use us as a host and then they work as a parasite basically. The same can happen with people who passed away and then they basically didn't pass in the given time that they had to go through that tunnel of light. So after 42 days, if the soul doesn't pass through that tunnel, then the tunnel closes and then the soul is stuck. So then the spirit cannot leave. If it's neither here, it's not there. They call it limbo, or in Buddhism they call it bardo. So these spirits can attach to people and gain life experiences through that person. For example, that person likes, let's say, chocolate, and then the person who it attaches to never really liked chocolate, but you start thinking about having chocolate or trying it out and noticing that more and more often a person feels that they are craving chocolate even though they were never into eating chocolate before. So this is just an example of how this could manifest. So it's important to create an energetic field around us and just contain and keep our energy safe and intact. And it's also important not to be influenced by any kind of so-called negative ideas that is not coming from ourselves. So how to basically create protection? We can protect ourselves with crystals, prayers, meditation, smudging, visualization, thinking about elevated masters, God's consciousness, Christ, archangels. So basically any kind of practice that really raises our vibration can help to strengthen our aura and also keep away negative influences. On this image you can see an octahedron on the left, which is basically a double pyramid that connects at the base. So one pyramid is facing up and the other one is facing downward. We are going to visualize this around ourselves. So if you look at the image on the right, you see the octahedron within an orb. And in the very center, that will be the heart center or the heart chakra. So we will visualize ourselves being in the very center, surrounded by this octahedron, and that octahedron will be placed within an orb. So all the vertices will touch the surface of the orb. The shape and form is related to sacred geometry. Russian scientists have done a lot of studies on the shape of pyramid. The pyramid acts as an amplifier, so it draws in the cosmic energy So whatever object or being you put inside the pyramid, it will start harmonizing the energy field around it. The faces of the pyramid will be turned towards the four direction. So instead of the corners, let's say, pointing towards north, east, south, and west, we will have the faces pointing, or the edges of the pyramid, the baseline of the square. So the faces will be facing towards north, east, south, and west. So if you look at the image on the right, we will work on creating this visualization around ourselves. The diameter of the orb will be 360 centimeters, which is quite big. So it doesn't matter whether you are standing, laying down, stretching your arm up. It is so big that you will be always within that circle. And then inside that circle, we will create the octahedron. This is something that you can create rather quickly, but at the beginning, just take your time to really visualize what you want to create and just put your mental power and attention to it. So sit tall, close the eyes, and bring your attention to the heart center, and visualize an internal sun, a source of light, a light bulb. And allow this sphere, this ball of light, to begin to grow, becoming as big as a golf ball, a tennis ball, then a volleyball, basketball. Allow it to grow even bigger, almost as big as a fitness ball, and then so big that your entire body is in it. And it continues to grow. So the diameter of the circle or the orb will be 360 centimeters. That's 3.6 meters. And just feel this orb being around you. This will act as a protective shield. Mentally give power to it to keep away any negative energies, any harmful influences. Nothing can penetrate it that is not serving you. Anything with a bad intention will be bounced back. Visualize the surface, the outer surface of this orb, as a mirror. So any bad vibration that comes from outside is being reflected to send back where it came from. This energy field is created by your mental power and the power, the bioelectromagnetic power of the heart. And once you can visualize this orb, we are going to create the octahedron. The octahedron have 6 vertices or corners. So one directly above the head, the other one is below the sitting bones, down. So there is a central axis that is connecting these 2 points, as if it was your spine. And there will be 4 corners of the base. One is slightly forward and on the left. which let's say that would be northwest. There's one corner northeast, there's another one behind on the right, southeast, and then southwest. So visualize these four corners touching the orb, and then connect these four dots with straight lines. So you draw a square. That square is going to be the base of the pyramid. And once you have connected these dots and you could draw the square, now we are going to connect each corner to the point, the apex above the crown. So connect the northwest to the top, northeast, the southeast, and the southwest. The same way we are going to connect the four corners of the base to the apex that is pointing downwards, the inverted pyramid. So again, just go through the same route, connecting northwest, northeast, southeast, and southwest. So now you have a perfect octahedron created within the orb. The orb is acting as a protective shield, and the octahedron acts like an energy generator. It draws in the cosmic force from above, and it also draws in the energies of the earth and fuses in the center, in the heart, balancing out the energies of the sky and the earth, the yin and the yang. Just hold this visualization strongly in front of your eyes. Feel these lines, feel the shapes. And give it a lifetime. Let's say this protection will stay around you for the next 7 days, keeping away every kind of negative energy, bad influence, bad luck, any injuries, any accidents will stay away from you. And the octahedron is attracting the right amount and the right quality of energies, creating balance and harmony within your entire system, bringing you clarity, clear state of mind, good mood, excellent health, really making you work on an optimal level. So I would recommend to recreate this protection every single morning before your meditation. It doesn't have to be so long, but at the beginning, let's say for the first week, just take your time to mentally create the orb and draw the octahedron inside. And after, let's say, a week of practice or two, it will come rather quickly. You can just recreate the whole thing in 1 or 2 minutes and give it positive affirmations, why you want them to be there where they are and how long they should remain there. Every morning you recreate them. And after a while they will stay in place and they will be quite strong. The more you think about it, the stronger it will be, and the more it will protect you. And once you're ready, feel free to open the eyes. Namaste.